Welcome back, fans, to Game 8 of our Backyard Football 2002 Chicago Bears season playthrough with the worst combination of players. Did not mean to click on you, Ahmed, but after 7 straight victories, 5 of them recently on the road, we finally get to head back to home and face the Hornets, 2-5 cellar door of the Backyard Central. So let's get going with that game. So I don't think my offense is too jumbled up, and I haven't changed anything in my playbook yet. Everything's going well on the offensive end, at least in the passing game, so no need to really change things up right now. And let's get going with our first game in a while at the Metro Civic Playgrounds. A pristine, shiny-looking field today. Not a cloud in the sky as we begin to take down the Hornets. The Hornets going out there with blue, turquoise, vest, shirts, whatever you want to say, red, green, light green, seafoam green pants, and turquoise and green helmets. So let's see how this team attacks my offense. Looks like they have pretty good man-to-man coverage, and they rush pretty well, so we're going to have to try to get out of the shadow of our goalpost here and get a good rushing play by Sidney Weber. Looks like we're going to be able to take advantage of their slow-moving defensive line today, and our probably biggest running play of the entire year. So the big play is be able to get that pitch off to Sidney Weber or whatever running back you have and get time and accurately, and we've done so far. So we try to get this one to Jorge Garcia, and that is almost intercepted as the Hornets get high up there to bat that one away from 2 potential receivers. So Sidney Weber open in the flat, and she gets it, hangs on with a big play against a speedy Hornets defense. So I'm going to have to throw this one away. I meant to throw it away. You see where my cursor was? It was in the track up there. So the Hornets continuing my struggles with turning the ball over in the recent games, throwing another red zone interception. And that is an incomplete pass by a rocket arm, Tony Delvecchio. So we got brother against sister. Sister trying to take down bully brother that is Tony Delvecchio, trying to get past the offensive line and sack her brother. So quite a rivalry going on within this game. So after 2 straight fumbles by Ronnie Dobbs finally reels in a punt. And we're going to try to get Jorge Garcia into the game, and that is a completion. Jorge Garcia slashed for about 9 yards. So we're going to try to get this one out to Sidney Weber. Not a chance there, and I'm going to have to throw that one away. Intentional grounding, thankfully, does not exist in the backyard football world. So open across the middle is Jorge Garcia, and he drops it, making it a critical 4th down and 9 for the Chicago Bears. And Sidney Weber open on their favorite play, swinger, and she dives gloriously into the end zone for a quick score with 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So might as well go for 2. And whoa, my bad. Sensitive mouse there, and I'm still getting used to the 2-button alignment or whatever you want to call it with my mouse. And that is a booming kick to start off the Hornets' possession. An interception by Ahmed Khan. The league leader in interception pulls down yet another to pat his record for the league. And Sidney Weber open in the flat. Billy leads her perfectly, and she's in for the score. Sidney Weber separating the Bears from our challenging Hornets, speedy Hornets. Here all in the first quarter, scoring 2 touchdowns already and reeling in a 2-point conversion to boot. Yeah, that was a little bit more protection than I usually have. And Angela gets under one and knocks that one out of the back of the end zone, setting up the Hornets at their own 20-yard line. They're going to have to go 80 yards to get through our defense and score a touchdown. But 3 times this year do one of our players or defenders fumble the ball after an interception or a turnover, resulting in an eventual touchdown for the offense. So some tough luck here in the last couple of games. 3 turnovers by the offense, resulting in an eventual touchdown for the offense as a result of a turnover on our own end. So Jorge dives ahead for a quick gain off that kick off, and Jorge comes right back with a quick out to the right side, the far sideline, and gets a big gain of about 24 yards set them up for hopefully another score for the Chicago Bears. So yet another pass to Jorge, and he is slashed for about 11 yards. So Ahmed, see if we can get him open on the outside, and he has the opportunity to run it in for the quick 6, but drops it in the flat. So he is open again on swinger, designed for Sidney Weber, but this time we hit up Ahmed Khan on the near sideline, and Billy has already passed 3 touchdowns for today and is looking to tack on many more as she gets 2 more points for Chicago Bears, making it a 15-point lead here midway through the second quarter. So returned by Bazmeen, taken down at their own 32-yard line. And Cynthia, nowhere to go, taken down after a quick gain of only 3 yards on that play. So a big hit by Jorge Garcia, and Angela springs off the line and makes the fumble recovery, something that the Bears have struggled with all season, not recovering fumbles and at least not holding on to fumbles that they do eventually recover. So, as Brock has done throughout the season, time to substitute Ronnie Dobbs and useless man Jeremiah. And Sidney Weber, open for the fade in the end zone, makes the leaping grab, Dwight Clark style, for the score. So I'm going to try to go for a PAT. Haven't done that in a while. And not enough time. Billie Jean Blackwood, skinny as a rail, gets just pushed over, and Angela, as a result, cannot get the field goal off. So she booms one out of the back of the end zone again. And Angela Delvecchio, the sibling rivalry, goes to Angela Delvecchio on that play. After a sack, and Sidney Weber breaks that one up, making a 3rd and forever for the Hornets here. 3rd and 27 at their own 12-yard line. So that's an incomplete pass, and the Hornets are going to be forced to punt here. An opportunity, but to block that punt as low as it was, but they don't get it very far, giving us a short field of only 23 yards to go. And Ronnie Dobbs open in the flat. Salt block height. Ronnie Dobbs cannot reach up and make that play as she's wide open. What am I? Looks like it's going to be a very successful play against this Hornets team. Not very good at communicating, leaving Ronnie Dobbs open. So I'm going to try a halfback pass. I haven't run this play very much. So try to get Sidney Weber open, and she does with a fade in the end zone. Not a high percentage pass, but she reels it in nonetheless. The commanding 29-point lead here at home. So I believe we are yet to give up I guess you would say the last touchdown the Hornets scored wasn't like a theoretical. And just as I was about to say, we're yet to give up an offensive touchdown. Yasmin takes one off the hood of Ahmed Khan in for a quick score. So Yasmin Kristov, some Eastern European descent. And we say denied to the Hornets. Wounded duck without a parachute, okay. Ronnie Dobbs makes the diving catch on the kickoff. And they're going to look to have a quick out, allowing, hopefully, Angela Delvecchio to get a field goal in, and that's not going to happen as Ronnie Dobbs gets a big gain, but doesn't result in an eventual score. So only negative 4 rushing yards, which is good news for us, as we've been struggling against the rushing attacks for different teams. So it's time to put our traditional receivers back in the game, get Jorge and Ahmed back into the action. And we're going to be kicking off this time, yet again, to the Hornets. And you can see right there how much having more energy, a high health bar, really does help you out. Gets a nice kickoff to start off the half. Tony Delvecchio, not the speediest guy in the world, but gets taken down after a quick QB sneak of about 9 yards. So Angela Delvecchio gets those yards right back for the Chicago Bears, taking down sibling Tony Delvecchio. And nowhere to go after the catch is Yasmin Kristov, but she does get a considerable gain. Not enough for the first down, though. So Ronnie Dobbs heads back for the punt, switching off with eventual blocker Ahmed Khan, and that is a booming punt. One of the furthest punts probably that will be of record here in the BFL for this year. Gets it only to the 10-yard line. And a quick gain right there, kind of a short shovel West Coast offense pass to get us out of the shadow of our goalpost. And Sidney Weber open and gets a huge rushing gain. So we're going to try flood now. Jorge Garcia is open. Hasn't got too much action in the receiving end today. And outruns the entire Hornets defense for a 6. A big bomb. Jorge Garcia down the far sideline, giving the Bears 42 points today. So Sidney Weber is open on 2-point conversion attempt, giving the Bears a 31-point lead here. Halfway to go in the third quarter. So a high kick, giving plenty of time for the Bears to get their coverage team down at the end of their end of the field, but no need as the ball caroms out of the end zone. Sidney Weber reads that one perfectly and picks it off 20 yards down the field. Tony Del Vecchio shrugging off his sadness as he sucks on a lollipop like a little boy that he is. So we're going to throw that one out of the field of play, giving us another opportunity. And the slow defensive line that the Hornets have, taken advantage of by Sidney Weber. She gains 12 yards on that run. And that is not going to be doing much for the Bears, as with our lead and the position on the field, we can afford the luxury to go for it on fourth down. And I forgot to roll out, and we're going to have to turn that ball over on downs. And that is a little bit above both Ahmed and Ronnie as that ball sails over the head of, is it Yasmin? Not sure. So Sidney Weber comes in with the blitz, and thankfully Yasmin could not get the handle on that pass, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. So we'll get Sidney Weber back in punt return coverage position. She dives ahead for a pretty good amount of yards, about to the 46-yard line of our own Chicago Bears. And Cisco Koto, now, which is not his name, intercepts it. And a nice catch and pass. Del Vecchio to Yasmin Kristoff, giving the Hornets a first down, something they haven't had in quite some time. And the immaculate reception, 2.0. Cynthia makes the catch after Ahmed Khan gets in to get in the way of the pass, and Jorge Garcia making a big play, preventing the Hornets from getting any more points for themselves. So trying to get out of the shadow of our goalposts. Gained of only 1 on that play, and we're going to throw that one out of way. We don't want to risk getting the safety here, and we'll call a good old play claw here. See if we can't get it over the defense, and Jorge reels it in for a huge play, a low percentage pass and reception, but we get it nonetheless. And Sidney Weber wide open the outside. Billie Jean Blackwood zings it ahead. Sidney breaks one tackle and is taken down at the Hornets' 24-yard line after a huge gain. So Jorge's covered down the far sideline. We're going to have to throw that ball away, give us a chance to score here on second down. So try to exploit the 2-1 coverage, but Yasmin overrides those two guys and makes the interception, getting it back to their own 12-yard line. So Ronnie Dobbs comes in, tries to get the sack, but Sidney Weber has other ideas and gets the interception, bringing it out to the Hornets' 22-yard line. So I'm going to try to get it to Jorge Garcia, pull another risk, and Jorge breaks the tackle and sneaks ahead. Stumbling, bumbling, rumbling into the end zone. 50 points scored for the Chicago Bears. I don't believe the record for the season, but a lot nonetheless. And Ahmed Khan adds to that point total with a 2-point conversion, making it 52-13. A 39-point lead for the Chicago Bears at home. A nice homecoming for them after they've been on the road for 5 straight games, predominantly out of the division. And intercepted by Ahmed Khan, giving the Bears another opportunity to break their season record in points scored. Let's see if we cannot reach 60 points here with a score and a 2-point conversion. So we haven't called flood in a while, so we'll try to dial up Ronnie Dobbs. Sidney Weber looks like to be the best option, and she is. She gets the pass, and she just flies into the end zone untouched throughout the play, scoring her 4th touchdown of the day and almost racking up 300 yards on the day. So Sidney Weber is open again. Who would have thunk it? And she gets a 2-point conversion, making it 60-13. I mean, swinger's a good play, and it's a fun play to run, but it gets kind of tiring running after a while. I'm trying to mix things up, but with the past couple defenses leaving those players open, Sidney Weber open all the time, I might as well go with it. So Angela coming in for yet another sack on her brother. She's winning the sibling rivalry today, and the Delvecchios won't be going out for a cannoli after the game today. They're going to be resting up in Epsom salt bath after this one, especially Tony. Try to get this one out to Ronnie Dobbs for a quick score, and that will not be happening. But today, the Bears owned every aspect of the game. 2 minutes and 29 seconds to the Hornets, only 131 time possession. A 16-3 first down ratio for the Bears over the Hornets. 0 third down conversions for anemic offense for the Hornets. I don't know what their first part of their name is. And 8 turnovers, doubling our turnover total of the game at 4. 527 yards, just annihilating their measly 138. So we'll check the scores around our division. Once again, we're playing out of conference, and the Lions keep on the downward fall for this season, losing a 28-15 battle against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Packers helping us out again, losing to the Browns 28-21. And we'll check this one out again. Not a bad day for the Packers offense. They win the turnover battle, but they still lose the game 21-28, and so do the Vikings. Unable to put a point on the board against the Baltimore Ravens' stingy defense. Time possession nearly the same, but the Ravens, with clear advantage in turnovers or first downs, win the game 9-0. So check out the schedule now, and it looks like we'll be facing the Falcons of the Front Yard West. They are a 6-2 team leading that division, so this should be a pretty good battle, a pretty good test, something we haven't had in a while. As we are nearing in at clinching the division title. 6 games left, we have a 5-game lead. So if the Packers and the Vikings both lose the next game and I win, I clinch the division at an early 9 games into the season. But you know it will happen as we face the Lions, Packers, and Vikings to finish out the season. We'll eventually get that title. So thanks for watching today in Game 8. We'll be facing the Falcons at home in Game 9, a 6-2 Falcons team in the Front Yard West. And I will see you guys then, Game 9.